What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to talk about Digimon. Specifically, we need to talk about Purple. And the reason we need to talk about Purple is because we've got new news about that starter deck. Yay! And because we've got new news about that rather lovely, that tournament. The Purple tournament. That one. We've got news about that one. So, starting off then, the good news is if you go to the official Digimon website in Japan, it is, as I'm sure you're probably not shocked to learn, all in Japanese. However, if you go to some other Asian languages, then you can get English translations officially of some of the Japanese stuff, which is brilliant, and I'm a huge fan of it. So let's start there, shall we? Let's have a look at the starter deck. I should say, for anyone that's wondering, when you go on the Japanese website, click on Global in the very top left-hand corner, go to the Singapore website. The Singapore website often gets stuff a lot before we do, because it's kind of in line with Japan, but they will put the information up in English, so if you ever wonder to try and find this stuff, that's where you go. So starter deck 14 then. Here's what we've got. King of Sprinting Devil Bullet debut of Beelzemon. To be on sale October 2022, none of this is particularly new. It is worth pointing out they still haven't given an official date outside of October. The thing is, we've now got the information we had before, but with official translations, and I will say my Google Translate / very bad Japanese did get us pretty close. But here's a bit we didn't mention before, which is really important. First, Deluxe Edition Advanced Deck debuts. In addition to the deck and memory gauge, card sleeves and spare cards have been added, plus the cards are deluxe version that glow. Compared with the previous starter decks, the included content is more powerful. Start playing right away with this Terror deck that rivals the Environment deck. They are telling us that this starter deck is basically tournament ready. That's what they're saying here. Rivals the Environment deck is basically saying rivals the decks that people are playing. So not only, and I told you before, this is a very premium deck. Before, as high as we've gotten is like 1,600 yen. This is 3,000 yen. This is double what the other starter decks have been, even when they've been moderately expensive. And you get sleeves. Now, in terms of the cards of deluxe versions that glow, I'm not 100% on that. I'm going to kind of skip over that. But we know we're getting 9 special reprint cards. Well, 10, but 9 different types. We know we're getting card sleeves. But we're also being literally told that this is a particularly powerful deck. Now, we've still not seen any cards from it. Although we've had Beelzemon in the past, and it is really worth noting, Beelzemon in the past has been no slouch. I'm not saying it's the top deck around right now, but I am saying that we've seen some good stuff from Beelzemon. In BT2, we got the one that can Digivolve from an Impmon as a 4-cost, right from a level 3 to a level 6. Then we had the one in EX2 that lets you trash the top 2 cards of your deck and delete an opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon, though the level is raised by 1 for each 10 cards you've got in your trash. Then, of course, we got Beelzemon Blast Mode, the level 7. When it's trashed from your deck, you delete an opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. When you Digivolve, you delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. And for every 10 cards in your trash, you gain Security Attack +1. So, yeah, this is actually, legitimately quite big. So, this is important. Because we've already had good Beelzemon. But now what we've got is a Beelzemon deck, which is said to be good. And obviously, unless you're playing like a sealed tournament where you can only use starter decks, and we don't tend to see many of them in Digimon, you're going to be able to swap these out. So we've already got some good options for Beelzemon. It's already kind of viable as a deck. I know it's not top tier right now, but it is at least viable. Now you're telling me they're bringing out this starter deck, which is said to be essentially tournament ready? Yes. I'm kind of excited about this. It's always really interesting when the people that make the decks tell you, mate, this is a really good one. You should be excited. But I'll be honest with you, Sounds like they really believe this, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to be really interested to see. The other information is very much what we talked about before. So Beelzemon is very much the theme. There are other powerful cards. There are probability of cards with special styles. If you are lucky, one of the cards in the product will be a special style. Basically, these are chase cards in the starter deck. It's one of the reasons I am definitely going to try and pre-order one or more of these from Japan. Because, come on, that sounds amazing. That makes me very, very excited. I mean, chase cards in starter decks. That's awesome. And then it comes with 9 types of 10 special reprint cards, 9 kinds, 10 cards total, recoding cards, including cards that can further strengthen the advanced deck, and cards of various colours other than purple. So yay! And then we got this information we saw before, 3,000 yen, 16 card types plus 9, they're the extra ones, 4 common, 4 uncommon, 3 rare, 4 super rare, 1 promotion, and then your 9 special reprint. 4 super rare is quite good, frankly. And then you get your 60 sleeves and all of that. It is shaping up to be a very good deck, although it would be nice to stop getting information about it and start just actually seeing some cards. The good news is we have now had some official information about this tournament, which is starting on the 28th of October. It's called the Magic Bullet Cup. Only purple decks can participate. Now, I showed you this before, but that did lead to some obvious questions. What about multicolor cards? What about non-purple? Is there an allowance for non-purple? And I told you that my expectation was dual color cards absolutely would be allowed, but non-purple cards would not be allowed in any capacity. And that is exactly what it turns out is happening. Mixed colours of purple are available. Single colours other than purple and mixed colours that do not contain purple cannot be used. The same applies to Digitama. So if you've got dual colour cards, as long as one of those dual colours is purple, you are absolutely fine and good to go. But if you don't have purple in the dual colour, there's no allowance. Any card that is not at least partly purple is not allowed. So what have we got in terms of dual colour cards? I mean, we've got stuff like Mastermon from BT3, but that doesn't really count. That's not a dual colour card. Yes, it can evolve from yellow, but it's not a yellow card. And incidentally, I think that is extremely important because it's not the same. Mastermon is not a partly yellow card. It is an entirely purple card that can also digivolve from yellow. That is not the same thing. And I would expect that ruling to be the same for cards that can digivolve from purple, but that are not themselves purple. So take Omnimon's Warp Defeat, for instance, from BT5. This is really hard to do as a colourblind person. Omnimon's Warp Defeat evolves from purple. But Omnimon's Warp Defeat is not a purple card. It's a white card. That's not the same thing. So don't expect this to be legal. Only purple cards or mixed colours, one of which is purple, can be used. It is not the same if the card can digivolve from purple. It's not a purple card. I can't play a purple option card if the only Digimon that I've got in play is Omnimon's Warp Defeat. Ergo, it's not a purple card. Ergo, it cannot be played. But your dual colour, including purple, absolutely count. So, over in BT8, you got Cucumon. Your dual colour, yellow and purple. That one will absolutely be allowed. Or, over in BT8, you've got your Kogamon, which is dual colour, purple and green. You got your Black Gatomon, dual colour, purple and yellow. You've got your Aphanimon Fall Down mode, which is dual colour, purple and yellow. All of those came around in BT8. They would all absolutely be legal. And then, of course, we've got over in BT9, you've got your Maikumon, you've got your Dex Doragoromon, you've got Mycrackmon Vicious Mode, you've got Regalemon, and you've got Dex Doragoromon, and you've got Audinmon. All of these are dual colour purple, but because they are partly purple, They are absolutely allowed. And then you've got the Mastermon starter deck where a lot of the cards are dual color, including purple. So, you can't go and use Lotmon, for instance, but you can go and use Gatomon. I'm not going to run through all of them. There are a bunch. I may have missed one or two of the dual color cards. I didn't try to, but I may have done, and if I did, I apologize. Those dual color are good, but not if they've either got to be purple or dual color, including purple. That should be pretty clear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we've got for the time being. We do know there is an award commemorative gift / champion commemorative gift, but we have no information about them. So, I don't know, guess what it's probably going to be cards, right? It's going to be alternate art cards. That's what prize cards tend to be. So, I don't know, try and guess what they are. Have some fun with that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we got more news about the starter deck, more news about the tournament. I'm hyped, but I want to know how hyped you are. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.